Hi everyone, hope you are all doing very well. First and foremost, just to say thanks for everyone for joining. It's been a really engaging session so far, and obviously, taking a lot of chunk of time out of everyone's days. It's really good to get everyone together from all different aspects of the market, especially for guys who are new to trading or experienced trading. It's always good to sit down and just spend some time going through what moves the market and how all the different market participants, be that trading platforms, brokers, are adapting to this. So what I will do quickly, I have for the Argent guys, I've got a presentation to share, but it's not showing on the screen. If it's possible. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Thank you. So I'm conscious that I don't want to sit here and just reel off a sales pitch, as it were. So I want to try and make it a bit more engaging than that. So a bit of information about me quickly. So I've been in the futures industry for about 16, 17 years. I've pretty much done every single job that you can do in that time, from operations during some time at Shell Trading, which was a pretty good induction into the world of trading. I've been a broker in the sugar space for StoneX, which was entertaining. And I met Hemmel's comments earlier about the trading noises still gives me PTSD, because a quick little snippet of my time there was that we were execution brokers for sugar refiners and the entire supply chain there. And my fill noise at the time used to be the seagull from Finding Nemo saying mine, and I entered a calendar spread in the wrong way and got filled 24 times. So that noise is now triggered in my memory forever. And I spent the entire day trying to get back out of that position. So just as a sign to concentrate, whether you're a trader or a broker, is very important. But what I do now is I'm at Tickmill and I look after our futures and options sales. So I work with traders, be that retail guys, people new to the market, professional traders, corporates. We have built a product that is suitable for all trader types, whether you're, like I said, whether you're new to the market or anything else. We are here to support you. So I'll quickly run through these slides just to go through some basic information about Tickmill and what we offer and what we do, and then I'll go into a bit more detail in how we can house your trading and what we do to help you reach the market. So as an introduction, Tickmill are a trusted, acclaimed broker, and I know that a lot say we are dedicated traders, but we genuinely are here. We have a very, very experienced team here in London to look after all of our futures clients, and we dedicate our time and our days to making sure that everyone is connected, everyone has the information they need, and that you can trade. And that's the most important thing. Obviously, from a broker perspective, that's what we want people to do, but we don't want people to do it blindly, so we try and support you in every way that we can. So as I said, I look after the futures side. At the moment, from Tickmill's perspective, we offer direct market access through to the CME and Eurex. We do also work with our carry broker, who for corporates, we can offer the full range of global exchanges via multiple platforms. But for this part, we'll focus on what Tickmill can offer, especially for the new market participants and those professionals as well. So we also, as I said, we offer access to the CME, CBOT, NYMEX, COMEX, and Eurex through Tickmill, and obviously we can offer every single product that you can trade on there. Why trade with us is a very good question. It's a very competitive landscape, as I'm sure a lot of you know. There are brokers everywhere, but there are few that specialize in futures and options as much as we do here. So what we ensure we do, kind of with our in-house risk teams, we manage the connections. I'll move on to the trading platform shortly. We want to make sure that the environment that you're trading in is the best that it possibly can be. And the reason I say that is because there are a lot of brokers who aren't as transparent as we are, perhaps. So we want to make sure that you know everything up front, from costs to transparency and things like that. So that's what we'd like to make sure we do, that you are aware of all the information before you start trading. Again, same thing, market leading support for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are. You could be an individual or you could be a corporate. We offer to make sure that you are connected and you are trading and you are able to trade at any given time. So yeah, as I said, direct market access through to the CME and Eurex. And direct market access, what does that mean? It means that you are trading straight onto the exchange. So we do offer CFDs as well. So the difference between the two, obviously, direct market access, there's no broker intervention. The price you see on the screen is the price that you trade. That they are the prices that you will see at Goldman's, at all the tier one banks, the major trading houses. So that's what we want to make sure that you do and what you see. And as you know, as we say and people say, trading futures has always perhaps been slightly daunting for new market participants. But I think in the modern day and age, even if you look at the companies that are providing trading challenges or the funded accounts who you're trading simulated futures, the keyword being simulated there, the popularity of futures has improved enormously through avenues like this and through the access that is available to traders. It's not something that is segregated anymore for professionals. Anyone can trade futures now, and that's the really important thing for us. So obviously the benefits there being you're benefiting from the liquidity and security of trading, as kind of Russ said during his session about ABAX, regardless of the exchange, that security, transparency, and liquidity. That's what the key selling point is there. You're trading with a central counterparty. There's no counterparty risk. If you put an order in, it gets filled. There is someone on the other side of that counterparty, on the opposite side of that trade, and that counterparty is there to ensure that seamless trading environment. So quickly, briefly onto the platforms. Obviously not to off the back of TT. We offer CQG as a white label, as kind of our main platform. We manage that in-house here the majority of the time. So we can obviously help anyone get set up on CQG. We run platform demos. We help you get through the simple steps of how to execute a trade, how to put a chart how to show a chart on the screen. So we appreciate that given the number of trading platforms that exist in the world now, traders, whether you're a new trader or an experienced trader, traders are creatures of habit. And to come onto a new platform can be not so daunting, but it can be disruptive to your strategy. So we like to make sure for all of our clients and all of our traders that we are there to help you through those steps. And I think that's a really, really important thing. For a broker, of course, we want people to join us and trade, but we want to make sure that you're happy doing so. We don't want to leave you in the lurch. Once you're onboarded and trading, we want to still be there and support you, point things out to you, where can we help, and everything like that. So whilst we can't give guidance or advice in terms of what you can trade, what strategies to use, we can certainly work with you if you have a strategy and how you can build that into the platform and how you can trade it. That's our role as a broker. We are the middleman to facilitate your trading, to make sure that everything is just going as smoothly as you expect it to be. Obviously, there's a number of platform choices on that. So where we use CQG, CQG have an environment that can connect over 100 platforms to that. So if you are looking at a certain platform and you want to try and use that, then we can work with you to try and get that connected. Again, there's a multitude of platforms out there, and we want to try and make sure that everything that you want can be done. On the note of TT, following the back of Pranjula's last session, we work with our carry broker to offer TT. So this is for corporate entities, whether you're small, medium, or large. So we work with them to access greater access to global markets via TT. And the benefit of this is that you gain the exchange access through our carry broker, but you still maintain the relationship with Tickmill. So there are people sitting here to talk to you and listen to you, whilst you still have that greater infrastructure from our carry broker. So if there are any corporates who want this access, we can deal with you and manage that day-to-day relationship. That's my contact details, which I can share later. So it's a slight kind of quick run through of what we do here at Tickmill, but I think the important thing here to add value is that it's the rise of the professional retail trader. And I think, what do I mean by that? We can coin the phrase pro-tail. There are more traders than ever in the world. I think that's obvious to see, and depending on the region you're in, you look at the UAE, the level of capital that's available free capital for trading from an individual perspective is enormous. So for us, how do we do that? So like I said, we work with all of our traders to make sure that they are comfortable. We don't want people, we would never force anyone through to open an account and trade. So what we say is that, it's the service and the support that you get, it's the access you get, it's the oversight from a risk perspective that you get, and we are always on hand to help you. And the main shift that we can see is traders moving from, especially if you look at it from a retail perspective, who are trading CFDs, whether you're trading the CFD indexes or commodities, we're seeing that people are looking to move to the futures space because it seems it's a fairer market. There's no broker intervention. As I said, the liquidity, the security, the transparency, that's essential. So obviously the barriers for entry for futures, as I'm sure you know, are the margin requirements. It can be quite big moving from a CFD provider, depending on your region, where you could get up to 500, 1,000 times leverage. To move into the futures market can be daunting. The CME obviously are very retail friendly. They have a big suite of micro contracts and e-mini contracts, which have lower margin requirements that still allow you to trade onto the underlying products, so the micro S&P, the micro Nasdaqs, and those e-minis. So for us, it's understanding how we can support our traders, how we can help them be capital efficient on kind of unique one-by-one circumstances. Can we offer anything to help reduce those barriers in terms of the margin? So that's where we are as a broker. One of the main selling points that we have is that traditionally a lot of brokers, when they're onboarding professional clients or retail clients, they may ask that you cover a minimum amount of commission or a minimum amount of trading volume each month. We don't do that. We don't want to punish traders for not trading, and I think that's a really important thing. I know that we all know that trading is exciting. We all know that when you have a screen in front of you, kind of referencing what Hemel said earlier, it's very, very easy to get excited. So from that perspective, it's what do we see traders talking about? It's ensuring that your trading setups are correct. It's own your own setup and own your own plan. Know when you want to trade. What do you want to trade? The information that you're digesting from a data perspective, whether it's news or industry data, make sure you understand that. And I think that's one of the big things that we see a lot from traders, especially moving from the retail side who are day trading, trying to scalp. When you're moving to the listed derivative space in the futures market, obviously it reacts slightly different to the CFD space. So it's just making sure you're comfortable and understand what it is you're trading, how it's going to react. So from that perspective, from a platform and market access perspective with CQG, they have a trading platform that starts at $25 a month, which is very affordable for a lot of people. And they offer free market data on the CME for level 1, so top of book. So you can log into your platform and view the markets and watch the markets just to kind of get that grips to it. Because again, like I said, we don't want to push people into trading. That's not what we're here to do. Brokers are here obviously to facilitate trading, and that's how brokers make money from commissions. But we don't want to put that pressure on people. We are traditionally a retail-friendly brokerage, and we will maintain that whilst also being able to accommodate the professional, the corporates on the smaller scale on the corporate side. So the key thing for us on that end is obviously how do you gain that confidence? And obviously education is a big part in today's world. Whether you sign up to a trading mentor, in my perspective, to be slightly cautious on that. Make sure you know who the mentor is. We don't want to see people throwing money away for trading advice. But you look at the CME as the biggest exchange in the world. They have a fantastic suite of education tools, from introduction to futures, how to trade, that we offer through our website, and we work very closely with them to support our traders in that sense. We want people to be able to be comfortable. Again, we can't offer advice, but we can say here's some really good tools that you can use to help build your experience and build your comfortability in that space. So from our side, it's from a broker, we need to obviously be on the nose of what traders want. And obviously, you look at AI and automation now. We can work with traders to help with automation. How does it feed into the platform? We are more than happy to sit down and work with people on that. CQG and a number of other platforms allow you to plug in your algos or any kind of automated trading. So we are here to help make sure that flows through to the markets correctly as a facilitator of that business. So it's a very, very competitive landscape. So if you're starting out as trading and you think, okay, I want to trade the futures, I want to trade the S&P, I want to trade the NASDAQ, you need to find that broker. So Tickmill are here. As I said, we have a wealth of experience here in London. We have a team of very experienced individuals who have been in the futures industry for a long time. So there's not a lot of things that we haven't seen. But again, we are here to guide you through that journey, and we're here to guide you through your trading in the sense of supporting you through it. Like I said, we can't offer the advice. So from us, it's constantly saying, what do brokers need? What do traders want? What does this modern day trader, what are they looking for? What do we need to do to be able to help them trade? What barriers do we need to break down to do that? And the kind of that shift from the highly leveraged CFD products through to the listed derivative space is one that we're really seeing. People are taking trading more seriously. Not saying that CFDs aren't serious trading, but people want to be in these markets with the big boys. You want to be able to, the price you see for oil on Bloomberg is the price that you see on your screen. That is the price that everyone around the world trading futures is seeing, just to break it down in that simplistic terms. So from my perspective, I'm very passionate about this industry, and being a part of that journey and being part of the future space is really exciting, because without futures, the global financial markets wouldn't move. If CFDs disappeared, no one would really, people would obviously mind, but it wouldn't change much. If futures disappeared, the markets would collapse. And I think that's the important thing. And you, as a retail trader, an individual trader, you have the ability to now be a part of these markets. You can trade off your phone on your commute. You can log on wherever you are in the world, and that's a really important thing, to keep connected, to stay connected. So I guess from that side, it pretty much sums up what I wanted to cover today. But yeah, like I said, just to say that you have all of these opportunities to be in the markets, and we are here to help that. So if there's any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them.
Well, that was a very good session, Johnny, and I really enjoyed it personally as well, and your insights into the future trading and the strategies empowering the professional retail traders today. So we'll just take a few minutes to go through some questions. I see there's a lot of questions coming in. So I think we can answer one from Rennie, who's asking, if you had to give one piece of advice to someone who wants to transition from casual trading to a professional grade trading approach, what would it be?
That's a really good question. I think the main thing really is to find the right broker. I think it's depending on what you're trading now. So if you feel confident to take that step, it's probably saying to yourself, okay, I feel confident enough. What is it you want to trade? What markets do you want to trade on? And then finding the broker who will help you do that. And I think this is where Tickmill sit very well, is that we see, again, a lot of traders who move from kind of casual trading to professional. We don't discriminate between any trader type at all. So I would say do your research around the brokers that you want to choose, and then make sure the broker understands what it is that you want and what you're looking for. So I think a lot of the time you can speak to someone and they will say, yeah, promise you the world, but then when it comes to it, you don't get the support that you need. And that's the one thing that we really try and do here. So to kind of shorten that answer, it's a case of understand what it is you want to trade, find the broker, and then make sure that they are there to support you. Because like I said, we have the tools to give you the tools to trade. So it's just making sure that you're comfortable and happy with the market access that you have.
Amazing, thank you. I see there's a lot of questions, so if it's okay with you, do you want to pick one yourself?
I can. From Ramya about the retail trading behavior evolving. This is a really important, a really interesting one. So retail trading behavior is becoming more sophisticated, without a shadow of a doubt. You can see that in the growth of the options market. It's kind of, as Russ alluded to earlier. Retail traders are looking for more complex products, as kind of a headline snippet, and be that futures, be that spreads, be that options. The access for retail traders is easier than ever to gain access to the futures markets. And I think that's been a huge attraction for retail traders. So, and that's what we see. We see people who come from trading Forex, then they move into trading futures, and then they look for more complex products there. We have retail traders looking at bonds, for example, which we haven't really seen before, but I think people are becoming to understand what it is that moves the markets, and they are starting to realize that you can access this data, you can access this information, so you can really broaden your exposure to it. So in short, it's retail traders are looking for these more sophisticated products. I think Nihar's screen's frozen. I'll try and pick another question in the interim. Low latency, obviously, that's key for us. I mean, CQG are one of the fastest routes to market through their environment. So low latency is obviously essential when you're executing your trades. I'm always happy to kind of provide more detail directly from there. I'll leave my contact details in the chat, and we can go from there. I think there's one more. How are Tickmill using technology, AI, advanced analytics to improve execution quality? So on the futures side, obviously you're dictated by the exchange. So the execution quality is dictated by them. So Tickmill aren't as such using AI to enhance the execution on the futures side, because that's what the exchange is there. The exchange provides liquidity, and with the liquidity comes the execution speed and the market depth. So on the futures side of things, that's one thing that we see that retail traders are exceptionally keen for, is the level of liquidity, as a few people have mentioned today. So the slippage on the futures side is minimal. Big market moves can happen, but unlike CFDs, the slippage on that side is a lot smaller. Just that last one, just to go off education and mentoring. We don't as such. We can provide you with the tools that you can use. There's a number of courses that we have on our website. We can share a link with the CME. Their education side of things is very good. But again, I'm more than happy to have some chats with anyone who's got some questions. I'll leave my contact details, as the slide is transparent. I think it was my fault. I'll leave my contact details. So if anyone does want to reach out for any more discussions, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to speak with you. And obviously, David's just David. I'll leave my contact details. We can have a chat. Fine, about the account.
Amazing. I do see one question here from VB, who's asking, Forex brokers shall use AI to play between the books. They are here to make money when you make losses.
Yeah, so there are, obviously on the futures side, there is no broker intervention. So your trade is your trade, and there's no markups, there's no AI tool sitting in between you execute and going to the exchange. That doesn't exist. That's not there. On the CFD Forex side, there are some horror stories that people hear, but what I can say from Tickmill's side is that we are not interested in trying to benefit off of clients like that. That is not something that we do. We are a broker designed by traders. We are here for traders. We do not operate in any way to try and reduce the profits or change the price as much as the spreads, to disrespect any trader. That's not something that we do. So I can't say that there's not brokers out there who do that. It can be a bit of a scary, murky world, but what I can say is that if you look for a trusted broker, that we are not in the business of ripping off our clients, that's for sure.
Thank you so much for that, Jonnie. I see one more question here from Braden, who's asking, what separates a consistently profitable pro-tail trader from someone who trades casually?
It's a very, very good question. And again, whilst I can't offer advice, I can give some insight. So it's very simple in my mind, and it's two words, and that's risk management. We see a lot of traders come in and they will just take a position with no stop loss, no take profit, and they are looking for these Hail Mary trades. And, you know, it's a very, it's almost systemic of the kind of trading challenge accounts where you obviously pay for your account size and you can trade on there. I'm not bad mouthing them in any way. I think they do a good job for the industry in general. But yeah, risk management is the big thing for profitability. And, you know, you speak to a lot of, I work with some partners who help mentor traders through, and they all say the same thing. It's the psychology, it's your trade setup, it's sticking to what you want to do, your risk reward ratio, how much you want to risk, whether that's monetary or percentage wise. And it's just really sticking to your plan, your trading plans. And I think that level of discipline being the key word is what separates the retail from the professional.
Amazing. Thank you so much for this incredible and value-packed session, Jonnie. A lot of our attendees have taken many insights as well. So, and of course, I want to say a huge shout out to Tickmill for sponsoring this event. We truly appreciate it. So, thank you so much.